Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Daniel and Gian React. Once again, we have Aaron Dow with us, and today we'll be watching BlacKkKlansman, or would it be Black?
Well, yeah,
Klansman?
I was looking at, I think that K is like an X, so it's like, you know how people do like so-and-so times to make like so, like, that's what I think it's supposed to be, sort of, but also a play
Like to
on
divide,
KKK.
to divide those two words up instead of using a space?
Yeah, but also to, you know.
Right, obviously,
yeah, so.
the other implication of BlacKkKlansman. I'm assuming it's a comedy. I'm assuming this is based on the Dave Chappelle skit.
What, you don't think I can write them books? Just because I'm blind don't mean I'm dumb.
How could this have happened? A black white supremacist.
Well, was watching it.
But yeah, let's get into it.
I do like Adam Driver though. And Jordan Peele's name is up there pretty.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Temptations going.
Yep.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do you for?
I was gonna say, isn't that what his name?
Since you
Topher
asked,
Grace.
I hate
Yep.
blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans, and Irish, Italians, and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
I'd say this is
KKK
pretty
is planning an
timely.
attack.
How do you propose to make this
Which is
investigation?
We'll
shameful.
establish contact over the phone. We'll need a white officer to play me when they meet face to face.
You for the white race, Ron?
Oh, hell yeah.
So there becomes a combined Ron Stallworth.
Can you do that?
With the right white man, we can do anything.
When's the last time they let a rookie lead an investigation? Oh, that's right. Never.
Okay, become his friend. Let's get invited back.
So what kind of stuff you guys do?
Cross burnings, marches. This is fixing to be a big year for us.
You ask too many questions. You undercover or something?
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right,
All lives
sister.
matter? What?
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
You're Jewish. That hatred, doesn't that piss you off?
You're taking this Jew lie detector test.
Why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game?
I wonder if that's what it says when a Jew lie detector test. Yeah.
Where's it coming?
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us, Stallworth brothers. We're on a roll, baby.
There's his iconic shot
There we
right
go.
there. I see what you're saying now.
first.
Make America great again.
This was a Klan meeting. I wouldn't have taken this mother.
Well, I want to start off by saying, cause I know you said you have some hot takes, but I want to say something, and I love Spike Lee. I want to start by saying I enjoy Spike, Do the Right Thing.
The butt's coming.
Yes. But a few years ago, and I knew this movie was coming out. I didn't really know what it was about, and this is the first time I genuinely know like what the context or what the story is for it. A few years ago, he criticized Quentin Tarantino for doing Django Unchained. For those who don't know, he basically said that Tarantino should be ashamed of himself for making a spaghetti western out of a movie set in the antebellum South. You know, it wasn't appropriate. My ancestors died, and you know, you shouldn't make a joke or a lighthearted film. Blah, you know, whatever
Sure.
he said. And then I see this. If there wasn't one fucking movie to make you more of a hypocrite, it's that.
Well, this is a memoir. This is based on actual events.
And
Well, the difference is that recounting an event and then telling a fictional tale. I don't agree with what he said about Django Unchained.
Me either.
Anyway, you know, but I wouldn't.
But it's a comedy. There's comedy in it.
This trailer is humorous, and but Spike is always devised that like
Well,
walk that line.
but I think it doesn't matter if it's a memoir or not. If he believes what he believes, then this movie shouldn't see the light of day.
Well, I don't see how the two are related. You know, one is about a cop a real cop who had a real investigation about a group of Klansmen in Colorado. Like that's one thing.
Is the book funny?
I don't know. I've never
That's
never
what
heard
I'm
of the
saying,
story.
but this looks funny to me though. It looks like it's being. It looks like he's
so you think that the issue that Spike had with Django was the fact that it was like
a spaghetti western.
Yeah, but even like, so I'm missing why, like, because this is humorous of the trailers at least. I don't know, the movie could not be funny.
I'm just saying, for me personally,
which means nothing actually.
Well, yeah, so there's a lot of movies that got standing ovations. Anyway, but that's what I wanted to say. For me, I'm maybe my point is unjustified, but I look at this and think, oh, we're making light of the Klan now. Like that's literally what I was thinking. Oh, we're making a joke of it. Where it's like the Klan lynched people, they were burning people, but we're gonna make a joke out of it. That's where I'm coming from. To me, it's if my family got
I see the parallel you're trying to draw, but knowing Spike and knowing his work and knowing like how seriously he does take American history, I guarantee you he is not making light of the Klan.
I guarantee you that too.
If anything,
but my thing is why go after Tarantino if you're gonna do something similar for me?
Oh, see, I don't think it's similar, but he's been
well
over
to
Tarantino
me.
for,
I mean,
for
but
a
it's
long
like,
time.
but we both know that where Tarantino's coming from.
Well, we didn't prior to that, because until we saw Django, we didn't know what was going to happen with Django.
But we saw, but I mean, we Jackie Brown is a good indication that he actually gives a shit about representing black people in a positive light, that he's not going to just make a mockery of things.
Yeah. See, well, again, I disagree with his original statement.
Let's change the subject. Yes. It's not about this. What are your hot takes? Like, what was your impression when you saw this?
Well, I think Spike has been the most influential filmmaker of the last 30 years, in the sense that a lot of people, like, I don't know one person of color who didn't grow up watching his films, and even you look at what he did to get people of color behind the camera as well, and he's done a lot to help people's careers.
Yep.
And he's always been pro filmmaker. He's always been trying to help younger people. He's always done this.
Yep. No, he's teaching at NYU and stuff, so he's always giving back. Absolutely.
So I say that because when you watch his stuff, you watch his trailers, he has never lost that vision that Spike has always had. His issue.
We're gonna forget about Old Boy.
Well, even then, visually and tonally, it's Spike. He may have an issue with like his storytelling. He may have an issue with putting too much into his films, like Chirac. Like if
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, for good reason. Like if he were to strip a lot of things out of Chirac could have been like a pretty good movie. Like it could have been really good, I think. But he likes to put too much in. So the question is he restrained? And see Jordan Peele's name when they did Jordan Peele as the producer help. I don't know, because I don't think this movie may not have been made without Jordan Peele, possibly, because he's had the
Jordan's
name,
bigger than Spike right now in terms of pull, in terms of getting things made, in my opinion.
No, I completely agree. I think about that, and I think about what I'm seeing these shots, and I do see that Spike humor in here, and I like Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think visually it looks good. I think this might be a return to form a little bit for Spike, because I feel like his last few movies have been not what I grew up with.
Because he tackles these really big ideas like that cannot fit in 90 minutes or 2 hours,
Right.
and he doesn't, like, one of the great things about being a great editor is having ability to edit yourself. And to cut.
That's why I think 25th Hour is one of his best movies, because it's a 2-hour movie, and he's getting a lot of information across.
He didn't write it.
Well, that's the thing.
It was based off of a novel, So that's exactly. I love 25th Hour too,
But there's a lot in there too. There's a lot in there. There's a lot in Do the Right Thing, but again, under 2 hours,
Yeah.
Miracle of St. Anne, and I think about that one where it's like there's a lot in that movie, and it's also a super big movie.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like he wants to, because of Miracle of St. Anne, we talked about that too. It was like he wanted to make a Black World War II film like you have never seen, and so I think he oftentimes feels a pressure because he's the only one doing this in many respects. He wants to put everything in it, and so maybe this memoir was lean enough where he doesn't have to, where he can actually stay, because this trailer seems pretty focused.
I agree. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. you know, like you said, it got the good reception at Cannes, which is hit and miss.
Lars Ventura got an ovation, who stayed in a movie theater apparently. Yeah.
I thought he was banned.
Who, Lars?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw it on Twitter this morning. Apparently, he 100 people walked out the theater, but the ones who stayed gave him a standing ovation. Because
I thought he was banned. I didn't know that. I heard that. Okay, so that was his movie.
That was his movie.
I read the headline. New movie gets started. I read that headline.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that, which is ironic. Yeah, because he's a Nazi. That's what they called him the last time.
Oh yeah. I forget what movie was that.
Nymphomaniac, probably.
Nymphomaniac, or it could have been
Antichrist.
Antichrist was terrible.
But he was that's what they called him Nazi. That was before Trump.
Well, he called himself a Nazi, because he was sympathizing with Hitler to a certain extent. He was trying to make a point, which I think his point was missed. But yeah, so cons doesn't mean shit. Cons, they don't allow Netflix. I don't necessarily disagree with cons for that, with the idea what they're doing, but it's still a very elitist film crowd.
Elitist.
You know, like they can say what they want, but they're very elitist, and they don't speak for it.
They're the homeland of the pretentious filmmakers, I feel like.
Yeah, it's fucking France too, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, you know, yes, offense France. I get that's you know, so it's like
It's what it is. Sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. But I enjoy back to the trailer, back to Spike. Yeah, August 10. So I'm looking forward to the movie. I want to see it. I'll probably watch it. I'm hoping it gets a regular theatrical release because I know Chirac didn't. I know that. I mean, the last Spike movie that I saw was Red Hook Summer or whatever the Red Bloods, whatever.
Red Hook Summer.
And it was, and that was.
It wasn't great, but I liked it for his attempt.
It was another one of those films where it was like, it is what it is. Like, it's not the worst movie, but it's
cramming stuff. But the good moments of that, like,
were good.
Yeah, like he has some sequences that are just like he's a master at this craft. But then, you know, sustaining it for 2 hours sometimes, now he just loses focus, I think. But this trailer, as they said, it's really focused.
It is focused because you know exactly what's going on. You know the story. It's completely relevant with our times, as I was saying as we were watching.
One last thing, Spike today was asked about that, and he went off on a profanity laced tirade about Trump, you know, and about the fact that Trump is a racist, and now he had a chance to denounce the white nationalists after
David Duke
Charlottesville.
And all that stuff. Yep.
Well, Charlottesville, because apparently the woman who died, Spike, he said he called her mother to get her permission to use, I guess, that footage of the movie or something like that.
Oh, for this?
For this, so
you're gonna have a Malcolm X style opening.
Opening, possibly.
With
you know,
what's his name? Rodney King.
Yeah,
that's how Malcolm X opens.
Possibly, you know, which, you know, and so I'm also assuming he shows Trump because he said something to, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about this. I'm going to, once he got the woman's mother's permission to show it,
it's game on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the only person you need permission from, in my opinion.
And that's West.
And
he was angry. You know, he was, you know, so.
Spike has always been very adamant and very politically charged with.
Sometimes to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, and some people can't handle it. I personally like it. I like that. I mean, because I've always because it's not just about politics too. It's about racism. It's about whatever.
Representation,
I mean, the do the right thing, where there's the scenes when they put the camera push-ins when they're all talking shit about each other, and the cops are talking about the Puerto Ricans or whatever, and they're just all. And then even in 25th Hour, they're all this racist shit, and it's just
because to me, people have said they call him racist, and I'm like, do you not watch his films?
That's what I'm saying.
Because like if you watch his films, you will see that he is doing even Do the Right Thing is antithetical to racism. Period. You can't watch his movie and think he's racist.
It's fucking crazy that movie is almost 40 years old now.
No, don't give it that. It's only 30.
It's 30?
Yeah.
No.
It was 89.
Oh, is it 89?
Yeah. 39.
30. Oh, 40. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm barely older than that movie.
30,
I'm like,
all right, 30. Well, still 30 years, man. And it's
30 years.
You watch that movie today.
And watch that with Driving Miss Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah, do like a double feature and then see.
Give me a break. Driving Miss Daisy with Morgan. Miss Daisy.
That's what it be. That's what it.
But I'm just saying, you watch Do the Right Thing in 2018, and you're like, fuck, this story could have happened last week in real life. I mean, it did. It did happen in New York.
You just said this about this trailer, you know, and it's like
David Duke was just in the news for Trump. That's what I'm saying. Like, they used David Duke. He was in the news with Trump, praising Trump, and
Well,
anyway, as always,
it's topical, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's just the country we live in, man. I don't know what's going to really stop it, to be honest with you. I don't know. I guess
maybe BlacKkKlansman can end it all.
No, I think we just need more white women just need to go after more black and brown dick, and then before you know it, there's no more white women. There's just mixed people. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of true.
I say that's been a fear of like a whiteness, and then for centuries now.
Forever, yeah,
you know, unfounded. Like it's hilarious.
But it's a you know, I mean, eventually.
I don't know. People still hated Obama, and his mom was white.
Well, because they're not going to hate Obama's kids, and then Obama's kids.
They don't hate his kids.
I'm just look. It's very easy to turn a white family black. It's not as easy to turn a black family white in terms of physical appearance.
But only in this American context.
And I feel like race is almost primarily an American construct as we look at it. Because I talk to people who are not from this country, and they don't understand how we view race, how we are towards one another, where we have certain biases or discriminations towards other race, because it's just not a part of the culture. And it is a part of the culture here.
But it's part of the culture in a lot of other countries, too.
Sure, no, I'm not saying it's... I guess I did say it was an American thing.
But I'm just saying, like, it's
exemplified here.
It's different. We have a very distinct form of racism here.
If you're black, you're on the wrong side of history, like, historically.
Yeah, well, that's true in other places, but the way it plays out in everyday life is very different here than some other places, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to BlacKkKlansman. I've been hearing about it for a while. It was nice to see this trailer. It's nice to see cons to an extent, although it's still cons.
I'm just happy to see Spike in this. I'm just happy to see Spike tackling subject matter like this again. I think it's what he's best at. In my opinion, I don't think there's any filmmaker out there who really does it better than him when he's on his game. When he's on his game, I mean, you can't name a better movie than Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing. I mean, these movies are great, and they stand the test of time for a reason.
Yeah, no, I think Malcolm X.
If anyone ever did a Malcolm X or wanted to do a Malcolm X movie, I would just ask why. I mean, there's one of those movies where you're like, there's no need for it.
No, you talk about a 3-hour film, like that's a solid 3-hour film.
I mean, there's no other movie where I can think of that when Malcolm X gets killed at the end. I mean, that's a powerhouse scene.
It is violent. It is tender. It is
intense. It's real. It's gritty. It's
filmmaking at its finest.
It is. It's pure visual cinema. You know all the stakes. You know everything that's been leading up to this moment. You knew that was going to happen. Even if you weren't a scholar of history or familiar with how he was killed, you knew based on how they set everything up that was the day he was going to die. And then he died. I mean, it's an intense. I mean, even like I said, do the right thing. When you have, what's his name, Homeboy New York, Gardner. No, when he.
Yeah.
When he got killed by the cops.
Can't breathe.
And then you have the same thing in Do the Right Thing 30 years earlier. I mean, and obviously that was going on during that time period. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been making a movie.
Well, Do the Right Thing.
Even before that,
it came from an actual incident that happened during the winter time that he felt that had it happened in the summer, it would have caused a race riot. Where I think it was Howard Beach, or was a part of Brooklyn, where 2 or 3 black men were attacked by white guys, and I think one of them might have been killed. But it happened in winter.
So it's kind of everyone's inside.
Yeah,
no one.
Which is why he made it the hottest day of the summer.
Which is, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. Thanks for checking this, watching this video with us. Hope you enjoyed us. I hope you enjoyed the video, reactions or whatever. Let us know in the comments how you felt about it, if you guys want to watch it or anything like that. But that'll do it for this one.
Thank y'all for coming. White power!